Hey guys, hello YouTube. Start date 11:08 p.m. Central Time, Louisiana. April 24th, 2019. I'm really sick from the targeting right now, guys. But I did want to make a quick video. Um, like for the last 3 nights, I've been my attackers have still been hitting me inside my Faraday bunker, and it felt like my head was getting cooked. Every morning I was waking up with the pulsing in my body. The grounding while in the Faraday bunker really helped it. But I don't know if you guys have ever, like, you use a defense for a while and then your attackers get you to a certain level of pain, and I'll just speak for myself. My memory is so bad that I'm like, well, I'm experiencing this pain still in the Faraday bunker, so maybe they're causing it with the Faraday bunker. Like, I thought maybe they were doing some kind of electromagnetic field off of the aluminum on one side. But for the last 3 nights, I've been sleeping on my leather chair, listening to Dave Case's CD all night. Listening to Dave Case's CD all night. It's really bad right now. And I brought my grounding stuff, out to the living room. So I have my grounding stuff on at night, and my attackers, they psyop you. So what it seems like happened right now is that they really pulled off for the first 2 days to make me think that the Faraday bunker was somehow, they were like using absorption of aluminum and then like making a magnetic field around my head with it. It doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like my Faraday bunker was working very well. And then I tried to, it's really, and today the high pitched sound is really bad. So sleeping on my leather chair for 3 nights has been very bad. And I was getting excited because I was like, oh, it'll be nice to get rid of this Faraday bunker. They can hurt me with it anyway. But it doesn't seem like that's the case right now. It seems like it was not a mistake. I had to kind of try and see what works. But right now it feels like they're just crushing the front of my head. Like my attackers are crushing the front of my head, and I haven't heard the high pitched sound like this in probably years, in like 2 years since I started using the Faraday bunker. Hold on one second. Who's that behind me? Oh, hello, Barry. Y'all like my new poster? Just got a Flash poster. So what I wanted to do, and before I get started, I also I was talking to somebody last night, and I don't know, they kind of, I'm not going to say the guy's name or anything, but he was like asking me if my family was in intelligence. Or like I had any royalty in my family. I think that he was, had watched my videos, but maybe was kind of suspicious about me a little bit. And I really like his honesty. I have nothing to hide, and I went ahead and told him, no, I'm just a normal guy, with a normal family, being targeted severely. Finding this information, it's right out there on the internet. So I guess I was kind of, it was a little bit of a compliment, because I was like, is my information really that good where people think I have some kind of inside connections? I'm not sure if that was it. But anyway, I'm not. I am a real target, guys. But since that happened, it kind of made me think. And I was like, I still haven't, my videos, I still haven't given my last name out. And I just kind of forgot about it. When I first started making videos, obviously I called myself Vulcan Wolverine because this stuff was so crazy. I didn't want to put my real name out. I had no idea what was happening. I barely knew what was going on. And as I progressed further, I gave my first name out. But the reason that I have not given my last name out is because all of you guys, like all you targeted individuals watching my videos and like on conference calls and stuff like that, you have attackers that are attached to you and can remote neural monitor you and stuff like that, basically see through your eyes. It's something like that, but it's not actually seeing through your eyes. And I withheld my last name as kind of a little bit of a safety vest, you know, so that if I was talking to another TI or people were watching my videos, their attackers couldn't just have my last name like that. So it would at least cause them a little bit of trouble or extra effort to get my last name, because I'm not sure how that kind of networking goes on, or how information is passed between contractors, our attackers, gang stalkers, and all that stuff. But I think I'm at the point. I think I'm at the point where it's more important for you guys watching my videos to have my last name, so that you can check out my background. You know, you can look me up and trust me more. It's more important for me that real TIs trust me and have my last name, you know, so they can look me up, so they can know I'm not hiding anything, and then we can move forward. Y'all will know that the information I'm putting out is just from a targeted individual, somebody going through this. It might, you know, there might be consequences. I know my attackers will probably psyop the crap out of me when I get my last name out. You know, they might do a psyop and hit me harder to make me think that it made some kind of difference in getting them resources, but I don't think it will. But it's more important now, and I should have done it. I should have done it a while back. So I just want to go ahead and tell you guys my name. My name is Kyle Slaydon. My last name is Slaydon. So Kyle Slaydon. Slaydon is my last name. And I really want to do that, guys, because, you know, I'm not. It's like I'm not criticizing the guy from last night. I'm glad he asked me, but it just got me kind of thinking. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh man, if anybody see my videos, they know I'm a targeted individual, right? I just assume that. But I understand. I really understand that, you know, we have trust issues. I have trust issues because of this. And sometimes I don't know who to believe, who to trust, who's putting out good information, who's working some kind of agenda or something like that. And so I just want to give y'all my name, you know, so you can check out my background. Because the information I'm putting out, although it's not the end-all be-all information, it's very important in pointing us in the right direction. Like, knowledge is power. So it's really important for me that real targeted individuals out there who are having a lot of trouble, who are in a lot of pain, know that I'm not, you know, not some kind of agent when I tell them to ground or go listen to Dave Case's CD, that I'm an actual targeted individual that is getting targeted really bad. Like, I know some of you guys are like, yeah, Kyle, yeah, we know you're a targeted individual. Why are you doing this? You're being melodramatic. But the thing is, I'm just, I know that to some of you guys it's like obvious that I'm a target, but with the way that we are deceived with our attackers, I mean, my attackers do V2K, where they're like surveillance role-playing, acting like they're people that they're not, you know, and then we have infiltration and COINTELPRO in our communities, and I think that people think that the acting is very good, so even somebody who's really targeted, people might still have questions about. I really feel like I just need to give y'all my name so that you can know them for real. I know a lot of you guys, and myself included, I think it should be an obvious thing, but I'm just like, it feels like the right thing to do, and yeah, it just feels like the right thing to do. I guess that's the simple thing. So my name is Kyle Slaydon. I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So my last name is Slaydon. Born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to a dad from DeRidder, Louisiana, my mom from Baton Rouge, and I went to Dunham High School in Baton Rouge. Then my parents put me in Sacred Heart. It was a Catholic school, so that I could get into Catholic high school because it's like the best high school in Baton Rouge, Catholic high school, besides the magnet schools. And then from there I went to University of Texas in Austin, and then when I got out of there I worked at Dell for like 6 years. I had some other jobs in between there, but I just feel like that's one of these, a hurdle. And you notice I didn't say wall, I said hurdle. It's a hurdle for this community, for targeted survivors, trust. You know, there's so much deceit in the world, and so I just feel like And trust me, guys, like when I'm telling y'all this, I'm feeling like the whole front of my face is being burned, and they're like my attackers are like choking me. Last night was, I forgot what I was talking about just now. I need to stay on track. I'm really trying to stay on track and get organized, and I'm gonna be, sometimes I feel like I'm kind of at the end of the road of making my videos because I'm so tired, but there's still so much to do, and we're getting somewhere. The rally on Thursday, so sometimes I'm like, man, I can't go anymore. But this is so important, and we gotta go on. And I know I'll get some refreshing energy, soon enough. I'm gonna get back in my Faraday bunker, keep trying things, get that transcranial stimulation device, and I'm gonna feel better. Right now, I just don't feel good at all. They hit me in the chest today, and it's like they hit me in the middle of the chest, and I'm not sure if it's remote neural manipulation or just an external beam, and it like basically webs up into my neck and into my shoulders, and it's like I'm choking. Um, God, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I went to UT, then Dell, and then I came back. I came back to live in Louisiana because my grandfather was very ill, and things were not going good in Texas because I was already being targeted, but just didn't know it, and I got workplace mobbed really bad. So I just, I'll tell you guys some more about me. A lot of it's on older videos, but I just feel like it's really important because, Charles Hall said it too. He was like, if you don't trust somebody in the community, get to know them. Get to know them. And I want you guys to know that, like, I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide from people who are in my head, like remote neural monitoring me. I've never, like, my biggest crime is smoking weed. I have nothing to hide. So if you ever do, like, I mean, it really will not insult me if you're like, if you have some questions about me or whatever. I didn't ever think that was really a question with me. I guess I was like, maybe some people just think everybody's agents. They're really, really hyper vigilant, really, really justifiably paranoid. But since I'm not sure, I wanted to go ahead and give y'all as much information, as I can. Or I guess I can give y'all all the information about me. I just feel like it's important for some reason, for a trust thing. So my last name is Slaydon, Slaydon. Y'all can just check me out. I don't know. I mean, maybe all you guys who watch my videos, you're like, stop, Kyle. We know you're a targeted individual, but I just want to make sure. And I appreciate the guy's honesty last night. And he didn't say anything like, oh, I think you're an agent or something. It was just it was kind of it wasn't a weird question, but it was a little bit like, do other people think like, it just made me think, does some people not trust me or think that I have some kind of agenda or something like that? I don't know. I thought I needed to do that a little bit. I'm kind of a little bit anxious to do that because I do want to make, I know my attackers have my last name, and then the gang stalkers probably in my city. But if I'm talking to another target individual, say like in North Carolina or something, and they're the contractors that are hitting them, like say, oh, we know his last name that our target's talking to, so we can easily get in touch with his attackers or something like that. Not 100% sure, but I have some kind of hypothesis about that. Oh, and I wanted to say, this is what I forgot. This is not some kind of example where I'm saying, hey, everybody needs to give out their last name or their first name. If you're a targeted individual, do what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel like you have kind of a safety vest on. Like I'm kind of taking off a little piece of my safety vest because other targeted individuals being able to find out as much information as they want about me is more important than some maybe ramifications that could come from the bad guys. from the bad guys in this. And a lot of people, I see a lot of other targeted individuals out there who give out their whole names, and I just feel like it's time. I guess I really just forgot about it. I think if I was thinking about it, I would have just told you guys my name maybe like 2 years ago or something. Okay, so I really just wanted to make this short. I'm feeling really, really sick, guys, and I'm definitely going to have to get back in my Faraday bunker tonight. This stuff gets so complicated. This stuff gets so complicated that I'm thinking, and I'm not sure about this. Like, we've got to figure some of this stuff out, but I'm like, okay, I'm not in my Faraday bunker. Maybe they're switching things up and making me feel bad, and it's kind of different. It's more external hits, so that I'll think it's not working, but it actually is working, because I mean, they create a lot more remote neural manipulation pain and like cook my head when I'm in the Faraday bunker. It wasn't like that for a year, but like for the past couple of months, it's been really bad. And it was different. Like, I slept on a leather chair, they were vibrating my body and like using air pressure, and so wind was like coming on me and stuff like that, and just it was a different kind of attack. The wind thing was weird because I have my air conditioner blowing up ahead, but it was just this weird like pulsing air pressure or something, so that it was like psh, psh, like wind was hitting my skin really weird, and then vibrating my legs and my arms like on them. So usually when I'm in the Faraday bunker, it's like I'll feel vibrations, but it's outside of the bunker. Everything's outside of the bunker, and it was like everything was on my body this time. But the remote neural manipulation, the pounding in my back, the way my head felt burnt, when I woke up, it wasn't like that. So things had completely changed. Like they changed their entire protocol. So I guess I'm not really sure, but I wanted to go ahead and read this article, guys, because I know there's, people are like, oh, aluminum foil, it just absorbs the electromagnetic radiation. Anybody who uses the aluminum foil is dumb or whatever. Some people are like, no, aluminum foil works very well. I've used it a lot to block Dave Case's CD. I have its own little Faraday bunker, so when they actually hit the CD with directed energy, it does block it. It does block the directed energy from hitting it. And when I put up the Faraday bunker, I think it was like 2 years ago, worked really, really well for a long time, like almost a year, like 8 months. And then the ringing in the ears, kind of like my head felt like it was burning, and then the pulsing in my back started to get bad again. So I wasn't able, I'm not sure if they're just getting through. What I was thinking recently is they're creating some kind of magnetic field off of the inside of the Faraday bunker, because that's kind of what it felt like all around my head. This stuff gets confusing, and when you're so tortured and tired, it's hard to figure out all these little protocols they're doing, all the time. But let me read this. I really wanted to just make this short and give y'all my name. I just really wanted to do that today. I just really wanted to do that today because that person like asked me that last night, and I was just like, do people do they have any doubt about me or anything like that? And that's something that we've got to deal with. We've got to deal with in our community. Who do we trust? And I think the best way that I can deal with that right now is just give as much information as I can. The more we know about each other, and I don't think any of us should have anything to hide. The more we know about each other, the more that we can trust each other, because we do have to work together. I mean, even though it's like so hard, and there's infiltration and COINTELPRO, and we're all kind of bedridden sometimes, we do have to work together. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take everybody doing whatever they can, to change it first. We're going to have to change things and change the perceptions of the public. We're going to have to, court cases are going to have to get in the news and things like that, but then it'll eventually lead to stopping this program. What do you say about that, Barry? Oh, you can't hear me because you're running too fast? Okay, well, let me go ahead and I love The Flash, man. I'm such a dork about The Flash. And I realized I've been watching the show. It's the third time I've watched like the entire series, and I've never done that with a TV show except Lost. I watched Lost like twice, but I realized there's a lot of reasons I like it, but I like it because it's so sappy. Like it's like things get so dark for us, you know, like with the targeting and everybody's getting tortured and stuff, and there's a lot of cool like computer animation stuff like that. Not computer animation, computer generated effects and stuff in the Flash, and it's like, you know, superheroes plus Star Trek put together. But I really like the fact that it's like, you know, he really loves his dad and he really loves his mom, and it's like sappy. I love you and we're friends, and I think I need to, and it may be good advice for some of you guys out there. This might work for you. You know, a little bit of sap, something like I don't know, a cheesy romance novel or a romantic comedy, or if you're a guy, superhero movies. It might help kind of boost you up and get you out of the mindset of like dark, satanic trauma all the time and people betraying their country, you know, treasonous gang stalkers always following us around, and yeah, I'm really having a hard time with words. Like I feel like I'm choking right now. People hitting us with microwaves though kind of gets my mind off of it, and it puts me in that mindset that I had before I knew I was targeted, where it was like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be good, you know. But and everything will be good. This is just, it's a hard struggle, and it gets dark sometimes, you know. So let me read this, because I think there is a debate, and like I'll talk to people about Dr. Horton, and Dr. Horton has used aluminum foil, and it does work. It just does work. It doesn't always act as an antenna. It depends. Like it depends. It does absorb it if you're creating a barrier, it's not gonna and it's not touching your skin. It will block electromagnetic frequencies. But let me get to the article, guys. Does aluminum foil protect against EMF radiation? Written by Christian, December 15th, 2017. This is from the EMF Academy, which is, it says https ://emfacademy.com. This is going to be a good resource for us. We can learn just some scientific things about electromagnetic fields, electromagnetic frequencies. I think that our attackers can go up and down the electromagnetic spectrum. They just don't go to like gamma rays and x-rays and things like that. There are other things that are on the electromagnetic spectrum at the top that they're using, which can actually see into the body, like into our stomach and things like that. But I do not think that they are using x-rays. I don't know. Write in the comments if you do think that our attackers are using x-rays. Yeah, my attackers are being really, really vicious and dark today, and like right now I got the V2K. Most in the high pitched sound is in both ears, but it's coming real strong from this way. It's like more pronounced on this side. But we'll get through it, and I can't wait. Everybody, like, say a lot of prayers, and let's put as much positive energy out to the rally in San Diego. Just give your most positive thoughts, and you know, we're going to do even more than that to support those guys going out there, but just your most positive thoughts and prayers. I have a really good feeling about that rally. I have a very, very good feeling about it. Okay, so does aluminum foil protect against EMF radiation? I get this question fairly often, so I wanted to look into it. First of all, to answer your question, yes, aluminum foil, much like aluminum mesh, will shield against most wavelength radio frequency radiation. So that's what's hitting us. And really, like, I was talking to Corey on the phone, awesome guy. Check out his channel, Corey Sharp. I'm not sure if that's with an E, but just type it in without an E and just pull it up. He's really smart. We're having some great conversations, and I'm hoping to do some like just conversations, you know, with him. And as a matter of fact, guys, please go and check out the Badger Reports channel. Last night, so it would have been 4/23. He did 2 videos, and one of his videos was I I forgot what he calls it, but it's like showing other target individuals channels, which I do too, but he's going to start doing it in like an organized fashion. And I'm going to be, hopefully I'll just say in general, hopefully I'm going to be doing some other stuff with some other targeted individuals, so we can have some good conversations, and it won't just be, me sitting here and going, hey guys, I forgot the other point I was trying to make. Corey, I forgot what I wanted to say about that. There was a specific thing that we were talking about, but let me read on. Okay, yes, aluminum foil, much like aluminum mesh, will shield against most wavelength radio frequency radiation. Even better, aluminum foil is super cheap, which is true. Oh, hold on one second. I feel like my throat is kind of being like pushed in like this. Maybe I could talk like this. What do you think, Barry? Still going really fast. Don't have time to chat. Okay, now let's dive into this a bit deeper and find out how and why aluminum foil blocks radiation. Also, I would love for you to take just a minute and check out Nicholas Penelt's groundbreaking ebook, A Non-Tinfoil Guide to EMS. It is the most entertaining and informative book on EMF radiation you'll ever read, I promise. Does aluminum foil protect against radio frequency radiation? Aluminum foil, and I'm just scratching my nose because it itches, guys. Sorry about that. Does aluminum foil protect against radio frequency radiation? Aluminum foil does block or shield radio frequency waves. Since the aluminum is a conductor of electricity, it forms a barrier, often called a Faraday cage, entirely stopping the radio waves. So, what I'm understanding right now, I have my Faraday bunker right here. I think that when my attackers are directing energy towards me, it just creates a barrier on this side. It doesn't actually absorb into the aluminum so that it's like coming off of the other side. I could be wrong, and if any of you guys are like just really smart like Charles, I don't know, leave a comment. I think you don't think aluminum works. I'm not sure. I think I heard that in one of your videos, but guys, if you know a lot about aluminum, let me know what you think about that, because I'm still trying to figure out if my attackers are creating a field using the aluminum in my Faraday bunker. But it's saying that it creates a barrier, and it'll say in this article, the problem is that it says like what frequencies aluminum foil blocks, but the thing that we don't know is, our attackers can really adapt. It is an automated and adaptive system, and our attackers can go up and down the electromagnetic spectrum. So are they dealing with some frequencies that aren't just, I guess they're all radio frequencies, because radio frequencies denotes microwaves, extremely low frequency, extremely high frequency, and then another one that I'm forgetting. But so it says that it does, but it feels like there's something. I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out. But hold on. Let's see. Okay, so it forms a barrier, often called a Faraday cage, entirely stopping the radio waves. You can try this for yourself. Get a large sheet of aluminum foil, laid out flat, set your cell phone on top, and wrap it up. Now try calling it. The phone won't have a signal. These radio waves are a form of EMF radiation. So I guess, that pretty much kind of settles that, because you got a phone, you're wrapping in aluminum foil, signal's trying to get to the phone, right? Signal completely blocked by a barrier. And if it could go out on the other side and create a signal field, the phone would get a signal. So I think it's a complete. It depends though. Even my Faraday bunker, even if it's creating a barrier, the directed energy weapons that my attackers are shooting at me are so powerful that some of the external beams do go through. They do go through to hit my leg or my groin or my chest or my head. but it's not as powerful. It's not as powerful if it did not have that barrier. Um, I might actually be putting on another layer. I don't want to spend another night sleeping on my layer. My attackers really tricked me. They laid off for like 3 days and just made me think it was a dream. They made me think it was just working so wonderfully, and I was going to be able to get rid of the Faraday bunker. And now it's like I haven't felt like I've had targeting bad, but it's never been where it's like almost unbearable, and I feel like I'm like trying to play video games, just like I can't concentrate at all. So yeah, so it really sucks. I guess that's the most eloquent I can be about what's going on right now. This really sucks, guys. This really sucks. Lots of stuff, lots of positive stuff coming up, and I'm talking to some really strong targeted individuals. You know, and this won't be forever. Like, it won't be this level of pain forever. I will figure out a way. We will all figure out better defensive tactics and things. The very least, new and better defenses are going to come along that can really knock this down huge percentage. At the very least, like in the next year, at the very least, there's going to be a lot of that. And I think more than that's going to happen. I really do. I really feel it inside my brain. Like I tell you guys, my brain's really depressed, kind of hopeless, can't see how this is going to turn out good. My spirit says things are going to change. Things are going to change for the better for us. And we got to hang on, guys. You got to hang on. I've got to hang on. I just punched my QA defender. Makes that little that sound. Okay, the aluminum foil acts as a barrier and completely blocks those waves. So it completely blocks those waves. Depends on how powerful, I guess, the intensity of the directed energy. I don't know if that would determine it. I'm not sure. I'm not thinking very well right now, guys, so I'm going to continue to read the article. If you've heard of a Faraday cage before, it's essentially just a structure often made of a wire mesh of a metal-like aluminum that completely blocks radio and microwave radiation. And you know, they're talking about the power of a cell phone. You know, so they're not talking about military-grade directed energy weapon systems in neuro weapons. The thickness of the metal does not matter. The super thin aluminum foil will work just as well as a thick and heavy sheet of metal. The important factor is that there are no holes larger than the shortest wavelength of the radio or microwaves trying to enter. Have a look at your microwave. Almost every microwave window has a subtle metal mesh layered in. This is a Faraday cage material, like aluminum, made small enough that the microwave radiation can't exit. Aluminum foil would work well for these purposes, but a better option would be aluminum screening, as is used in the video below. This screening will effectively block both RF radiation as well as microwave radiation. However, you do need to remember that although aluminum does block EMF radiation, it does not absorb it. It does not absorb it. So it doesn't absorb it at all. So everybody, well, somebody fact check this, but it seems like EMF Academy would know. You know what I'm saying? However, you do need to remember that although aluminum does block EMF, it does not absorb it. I thought maybe I read that wrong, and it does absorb it. It does not absorb it. RF and microwave EMF radiation travel in straight lines. Therefore, you are only protected if there is a material capable of blocking the radiation directly between you and the source of the radiation. Make sure you are careful using materials like EMF protection paint. Read my article on that here, or aluminum in your home if you have Wi-Fi or radiation emitting devices, because the waves will just be bounced around and can be accelerated and amplified. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it on this video. I'm going to see how, you know, because people would put aluminum foil on their bunny ears a long time ago when they had those TVs. And I think it does strengthen that signal, but it might not be because it's absorbing into the aluminum foil. It might be because it's like reflecting off of it onto the bunny ears. I'm gonna have to find out more, but this article seems like, it seems like they know what they're talking about. And I just wanted to kind of, because we're always talking about it, like, as targeted individuals, like, oh, aluminum works. No, aluminum doesn't work. It absorbs it. TV antennas and stuff. So I wanted to read something, get some concrete proof, so we can be like, yeah, and I've experimented with it for years. So I did just want to go through this article, guys. Just put a little bit more information under our hats. It's so cheap. Aluminum foil is so cheap. I still think keep it away from your body. And I'm still wondering about this Faraday bunker. I'm gonna have to do some more experiments, sleeping in the Faraday bunker, but it's so much worse. After 3 days and listening to Dave Case's CD all night, it doesn't stop because I'm listening to it off of the computer. Usually I'm listening to it just on the CD player. My CD player will cut off and I'll have some time without Dave Case's CD. So it's a better situation with that because I am not in the Faraday bunker. They were building up stuff, making me feel like I was okay, and then they just laid it on me like a couple of hours ago. High pitched sound. Feels like my whole head, like all around it and inside, is heating up. It's just heating up. And then it feels like I'm choking also. I don't mean to complain. Got positive stuff coming up. I'm just documenting. I want to document what's going on with me. Because I know you guys, everybody out there who's a target individual is going through your own private hell. We're all going through hell together, and I think that not going to hell, we're going through hell on earth right now together. And I think the thing is that not just targeted individuals who are directly targeted by this stuff are going through hellacious time in the world. I think everybody is just feeling it right now. Feeling the evil, feeling the corruption, feeling the tyranny. We get a very, very direct form of it in a super awful new type of rape form of it. But I think everybody's hurting out there. I just don't see how they couldn't be. Alright, so make sure you are careful using materials like EMF protection paint. Read my article on that here. Okay, did I read that already? Or aluminum in your home if you have Wi-Fi or radiation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read this. Emitting devices because the waves will just be bounced around and can be accelerated and amplified. A better use for aluminum mesh and EMF protection paint would be keeping RF waves out of your home, like lowering the ambient EMF radiation from local cell towers entering your home. Watch the video below to the end to see just how effective aluminum can be at blocking RF radiation from routers, cell phones, smart meters, and more. As you can see from this video, aluminum foil, or in this case aluminum mesh, with holes small enough to block the wavelength, is highly effective at shielding or blocking EMF radiation. So let's watch the video real quick and just see the proof, because I want to see pretty sure this is a pretty good source, for all things about electromagnetic frequencies.
Using ordinary aluminum mesh screening, available at hardware stores.
I wonder if the mesh works. Did they say the mesh works better than the solid aluminum? I can't remember.
The screening blocks a great deal of the radiation from this high-emitting, older model cell phone. This single strong source of RF is well shielded by the metal mesh. Now a cell phone antenna at a distance, measured through a window.
Oh man. Yeah, and you know, guys, I've used aluminum foil for a long time, and I know it looks, excuse me, I know it looks crazy,
The black
but
line
it
denotes
does work.
the
It
edge
does
is
work to
clean.
block it. And I mean, it not even just me, like in the way I
Reading
feel,
shows
because I
real
know,
screen 10 to 35.
like I know our attackers can kind of make us think things are working, but it's worked for many years. And then, like when I have Dave Case's CD, which they hit also with directed energy, I put it in a Faraday bunker and it shields it from that. I'm sure I've talked about this over and over again. I kind of just want it. I just want it to, because I still hear that argument. You know, I still not argument. I still hear targeted individuals talking about that. You know, so I just wanted to put some proof out there. So if any of you guys, you know, it's cheap. It looks, you know, it looks crazy, but it's cheap. And if you're in an emergency, you know, I just think we need things if we're in an emergency, because I'm talking to a lot of targeted individuals who are in an emergency, and we've got to try. We've got to use everything we got. You know, to make our bodies feel better so that we can, you know, can do a lot of activism. We can get a lot of information out. I know that, like, if I keep going this way for a week, I won't be able to even attempt to make videos. I guess I still would, because I know you guys understand when I feel really bad. But all right, guys, I just wanted to show that. You know, and you guys come and check it out yourself. I'll put the link in the video. I really just wanted to make a 15-minute video. I'm trying to get better at that. Like, I'm gonna do some long videos and live streams and stuff like that. But I really want to practice and kind of evolve into putting out smaller chunks of important information, so that it's not buried in me. You know, me just talking about what's going on with me, and people may not watch through the whole video. So I wanted to do some smaller, you know, 15-minute chunks, 30-minute chunks of super important information, so it can be easily, readily available to find. But that's it, guys. I want to let y'all know my name is Kyle Slaydon, Slaydon. So, you know, and if you guys had, like, seriously, ask me. You know, I'm glad that the guy asked me that, and he didn't even say like, "Oh, I think you're an agent" or something. But he was kind of like, he goes, you know, are you like connected to a fraternal organization family, or like royalty or something like that? And he was like, "Oh, forget I asked." Like he was like, he felt like he was insulting me or something like that. So I kind of got the feeling maybe he was like, maybe I had some of the information that I have, because like I'm getting inside information or something like that. And I was like, no, it can't be that. It can't be that, because like this information that I'm putting out is just, it's readily available on the internet. I do learn a lot from not my V2K saying this is how it is, but by the way they act and the certain protocols they do. And now it's like chatterbox, but I do have shift workers, you know, doing some of it. And you kind of put things together. You just keep putting things together and connecting dots until there's a tapestry. And you use a lot of just logic on the way that things are going. Like the DoD is obviously using contractors and subcontractors. MK Ultra did the same thing, so we can look at MK Ultra and then be like, okay, well, it's going to be private contractors, it's going to be the CIA, the DIA. You know, you can just kind of look at history and see how it went. Like, look at everything that's you know, that they are releasing, and you can figure out a pretty good picture of what's happening to us and why and who. You know, but all right, guys, that's it for tonight. I guess I'll probably just call this video. It was 45 minutes, not too long. I'm gonna be doing some live streams soon, guys. Please, well, I don't want to beg you guys. You know, do or do not. Do or do not. There is no try. You know, I would like to say, please go and subscribe, and definitely hit the bell on my secondary channel. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button on this channel. And please go to my other channel too. Especially like, I'd like everybody to do it. I've got 2 more months without my live stream. So I thought time was going by quicker, and I thought maybe I only had 1 more month, but I have 2 more months of no live stream on this main channel. This main channel where you're gonna smash that like button, you're gonna smash that subscribe button. So 2 months is a long time, and I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to do live streams over there. I wanna do live streams, but and guys, like, I love my subscribers and all you guys who support me. I support y'all's channels too. I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but I'm just saying it's funner with a lot of people in chat. It's funner with a lot of people in chat. The live streams are better. So, if you guys do want to come to my live streams, please, go and subscribe and hit the bell there. If they've unsubscribed you, subscribe back, because targeted individual channels are getting pretty screwed over. That's why, Brock doing the Badger Report doing I don't know if he's doing it weekly, but he's going to do a series of live streams and videos, like showing promoting targeted individuals videos, that are giving out good information, so we can promote each other. We really do need to be promoting each other, guys. We've got to figure out some kind of networking, and I'm going to be doing it too. I'm going to talk to Brock and see if maybe I should name mine something else or something like that. But we really have to be doing that, because YouTube's not going to promote our videos. There are some people like this one. Oh, yeah, before I end the video, guys, I just wanted to give a little concise information out, but there's so much I want to talk about. I need to go through this article. This is an MIT article from 2009, where it's targeting the brain with sound waves. So ultrasound, extremely low frequency ultrasound, is on the electromagnetic spectrum, and I'm going to go into that next time, but I do want to promote somebody's channel. I might go ahead, and guys, also, I'm going to just I know I'm going to get annoying with this, because I say it all the time. Please go to SoundCloud if you're getting like remote neural manipulation, you're getting the body pains, like you feel fibromyalgia, you're getting brain fog, you're getting remote neural manipulated, the high-pitched tinnitus sound. Please go to soundcloud.com. I know I say it all the time, so it gets annoying, but and look up anti-tinnitus. And this is Ron Cosmo, and this is the David Case's CD. So it's a really good CD. Really helps with the remote neural manipulation and the tinnitus like sound. This one helps me a little bit with V2K more than the other CD does. More than the second. I think this is the third CD he made. I think like second, third. I think. But before I end the video, guys, see I'm watching the Flash right now. It's like a crossover. It's a crossover between the Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, and the Legends of Tomorrow. So they go through all their different shows. It's like a crossover, so it's really cool. I love it, man. It gets my head out of how dark this is sometimes. Makes me feel like, and also, it's like about beating the impossible and stuff like that. I think that has a lot. Well, I'm not going to get into that, but like the Endgame, Infinity War and Endgame, I think that artists, directors, writers, like Stan Lee came out with all these superheroes at a certain time in human history, and then things get really dark. And I think there's just something there. There's something there where necessity. What's the saying? I can't even remember. Like, seriously. I feel like I've got to go get medical attention. Necessity is the mother of all invention, right? Necessity is the mother of all invention. It's like even our collective subconsciousness, through creators, writers, artists, are like putting these ideas out. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a superhero. I know that there's a reality and you can't fly and stuff like that. But it's the thought of it. It's the thought of, it's just, I don't know. I'm babbling. Let me show you this guy's video before we go, guys. I really just wanted to get on here for 15 minutes. Was there something else important I wanted to tell y'all? I mainly just wanted to give y'all my first and last name. I think I should have done that a while back. I just think I should have done it a while back. I think that any kind of protection that I was getting from not getting my last name out, I think it kind of stopped in a couple of years in. And it's more important than that you guys watching my videos, because I know, like, I have trust issues myself. I have a lot of targeted individuals that I talk to that I have no questions about. I know they're targeted individuals, but we have trust issues. There's infiltration and COINTELPRO and stuff like that. So just, in other TIs, do what makes you feel safe. Do what gives you a safety vest. I already said this. I'm sorry. I'm saying it over. I can't. What's the guy's name? It's man. Let me see. Let me go to my history. Deliverance Ministry Spiritual Warfare 777 is also good. I was watching some of Steve's and Michael's videos. I always watch Steve and Michael. But this Deliverance Ministry Spiritual Warfare 777 has some pretty good tips on, community gang stalking and stuff. Let me see who it was. This is Lindsey Sterling. Like, I was playing Lindsey Sterling with Dave Case's CD. Really works. The violin works so well. And me and somebody were talking about that. Here it is. Okay. Please, guys, go and give this guy a watch. Check out his videos if you've not seen them. Nikki Reborn, Legacy, Lindsay King. He makes really good videos. I don't know how he only has like he's celebrating his 1,000 subscribers. So congratulations, Nikki Reborn, Legacy, Lindsay King. He has a lot of very solid, concrete information. A very smart, targeted individual. So I just want you guys to go check out his channel. Please give him, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. No, but he really has some good videos, and we need to be promoting each other, because it's like I watch some of his videos and I'm subscribed to him, but they never get put into my recommendeds. So like I happened to see one today when I was like watching another targeted individual's video. I think maybe one of Michael Barnes' videos, and I saw Nikki Reborn, but they're not like, YouTube isn't sharing targeted individuals with people who watch targeted individual videos. They're kind of being hidden a little bit. Sometimes you'll get a recommendation and stuff like that, but I just don't feel like it's on the same playing field as other topics and things like that. But go check this guy's channel out. He does a great job. Solid information, a lot of good evidence of nanotechnology too. So I think that's it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and chill out for the rest of the night. I'm definitely gonna get my Faraday bunker again, because I can't figure out, I just cannot figure out if my attackers are switching things up to confuse me because they want me to go back into the Faraday bunker, or if it really was working really well. But I mean, after reading that tonight, and I knew before, like I know that aluminum creates a shield, like it blocks it, but I just wasn't sure about the absorption. I wasn't sure if it blocked and absorbed, and then some could, like a magnetic field could be created on the inside of a stack of aluminum. Because our attackers are using some pretty advanced stuff. I don't think so. Because it's really been working well for the last 2 years. But I still have a certain level of pain. My attackers have adapted some stuff they're shooting through it to pass through it better. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. It's hard to figure out. Like I used to be able to just be like, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. I didn't know exact like all the details, and I still don't know all the details of what's going on the other side of these weapons. But at the beginning, I was like, oh, they're doing. This is what's changed in me. You know, this is what they're doing. I feel like this, but it's like they're doing so much stuff now, and they're doing stuff to distract me from some other, you know, remote neural manipulation protocols, and it's just getting to be where I'm like, and my brain is like organically being injured, you know. A lot of cognitive, I can't even remember the term, cognitive impairment, a lot of cognitive impairment. Like I seriously didn't even try and do that. I seriously did not even, I'm not making a joke. Yeah, but just a lot of cognitive impairment. I forgot where I started there. Okay, guys, yeah, it's time for me to end this video. I'm going to figure things out. We're going to figure things out. We got a lot of hopeful stuff coming up. Yeah, I was just saying it gets kind of hard to figure out exactly because my attackers, the protocols become more detailed as I get more sick and have a hard time thinking. You know, so it's really, really honorable of these Satanists. You know, I don't even know if they consider themselves Satanist or whatever, but it's really honorable of them to break somebody down and microwave their brain, and then, you know, they get more and more deceitful because it's like a job to them. So they're, you know, sitting there all day long. A lot of it's automated though. You know, a lot of it's automated. Like I think my V2K is completely automated right now. But then I think there are like shift workers who do like, they had to switch up everything when I went to sleep in the leather chair. And they switched it to like vibrations and like this air pressure around me, like air. They were messing with the air pressure, and just doing. And then it's like I was talking to Corey earlier, and just had a great conversation. Loved talking to him, and it like towards the end of the conversation, like I started feeling this massive ringing in my ears, and then like the whole top of my head got hot, and I like got up, and I was like kind of stumbling around, like I was getting really dizzy, and that hasn't happened since I've been sleeping in my Faraday bunker for years. So it's very different, and I'm like, is it just different, or did it get worse? Did they switch things up, or and I do my hypothesis right now is because I'm not sleeping in the Faraday bunker. But all right, guys, I babbled on long enough. I really was gonna just try and put forth just some information, but I rambled. I love you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.